What is up, fellow gamers? And we got some great news today because we got Undisputed 1.5 patch notes that dropped, letting us know what everything is going to be included in 26 August, which is a Tuesday, where they're going to drop their next update. And as you see right here, we're going to get Antonio Tarver. So now, Roy Jones definitely needs to be worried.
Do you have any questions?
I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy?
Let's not ask questions like that. Let's go to work.
Tonight, Roy.
Let's go to work.
But Tarver's going to be a good addition. And the best thing about Tarver being an addition is that he is a free addition. So let's go ahead and just talk about what is in this update. So like I said, it's a free update. You get Antonio Tarver. He is the only fighter that they mention. But I do want to mention something that they put on their website, or I say website, it's not on the website, but that they put out today. Today is Diego Corrales' birthday, which is August 25th. He died on May 7th, 2007. And I remember that distinctly because I was in Las Vegas during that time. It was an unfortunate, I believe it was a motorcycle accident that occurred. But either way, I don't want to focus on the negative, but I do want to talk about in that image where they had Diego Corrales, you can see fighters' names behind it. And one of them, I know everybody was hyped over Teofimo Lopez. That wasn't the one I was most hyped over. I was most hyped over Emmanuel Augustus. Now, for those that know, and they always say, if you know, you know, Emmanuel Augustus was the drunken master, and his style was extremely unique. So how are they going to incorporate Emmanuel Augustus's style in Undisputed? I've always been interested and curious about that, so I'm happy that we'll be able to get some clarity on that. But with this update, they're getting some notable adjustments. The fighter adjustments to Sergio Martinez. A lot of people have been talking about that, especially with he's too fast for everybody, as well as southpaws in general. Rebalance speed stats for fighters when switching to southpaw, and that's to fix that exploit with fighters becoming faster when they switch to stance. One thing I've been asking for forever was power jabs can now be used to knock down opponents. I never thought it should have been taken out, but you know how they take something out and then something else breaks, and maybe they were working things in the background, but I've been asking for this because I was like, jabs can knock fighters down. We see it all the time. We saw it even, I say a long time ago, because it was during the COVID era, I believe, when Jermell Charlo hit that body jab on Jason Rosario.
Up for that left hook. And down goes Rosario from a jab to the body, and he's in trouble.
That's a prime example of a jab taking somebody out. But other things they have going on, you see an extra cosmetic set for Billy Dib. You got new NPCs, Bernard Centum. For those that don't know, it says Benavidez's trainer, added as part of Benavidez's crew during the ring walk. Now, this individual is an actor. I was trying to look him up. This is him. And I wasn't sure at first, but it is him. This is Bernard Centum, Virginia. This is the movies he's known for, in case you're interested. But this is the guy. And if you're curious, well, are you sure? You sure that's him? I actually looked. Come on, he's following Todd Grisham. Not everybody's going to follow Todd Grisham. And if you keep doing it, you see Team Benavidez. So you can see the connection is there. You see, they got Rayo, Jose Valenzuela. So either way, that's the trainer for Benavidez. He's included as well. You got some character creator fixes that they've put in here. And these general fixes, some of these general fixes are pretty good. I'm not going to cover each one of them because you can go through and see it for yourself. But I tell you what, taking a knee 3 times should result in finishing in a TKO. It was not, and that's something that they fixed. They fixed some general clipping issues. They fixed an issue causing punches to phase through the opponent's body. Announcer audio fixes. It's just a lot. There's a lot of different fixes that they have in here. Some of them you probably will notice, some of you won't. Fix an issue where the game would crash if 2 players lost. I mean, a lot of little nitnoid things that they needed to address. Got some audio fixes in here. And it's a smaller update, but it's a bigger update when you talk about these general fixes. Things that they need to tighten up with this game. Things that a lot of people, unless you're really playing this game, you're not going to notice them as much. Because the more you play it, the more you notice more of the little bugs. But I'm glad that it shows that they're working and they're really trying to get these things fixed. But there's still plenty more to get done. But that's what's coming in the next one. And now I want to talk about really quickly just that image, Diego Corrales. Let me see if I'm going to pull it up real fast. All right, so here's that image. Here's what. Hold on. Okay, here's that image. And you see in the image, if you look, you can see where it says Teofimo Lopez, Emmanuel Augustus, Janabek, Sebastian Fundora, Diego Corrales, Tim Zhu, Billy Dibb, Antonio Tarver. So we know we're getting Antonio Tarver now, but it's just talking about all these other fighters that are coming. And Emmanuel Augustus is the one. Janabek, we know about Janabek. He's a current middleweight champion. Sebastian Fundora is a champion at 154. This is Diego Corrales. Tim Zhu's been getting his butt whooped lately, but he still will be a nice addition to the game. And then you have Teofimo Lopez, and we all know he's becoming more and more polarizing. We don't know what's going on with Teofimo Lopez. His head is somewhere in the clouds. But, everybody's still going to love playing Teo if they get him in the game or when they get him in the game. But this Emmanuel Augustus is the one that I'm worried about or curious about the most. You could say I'm worried about him because look at this style. Look at his style. It's just so unique. There is nothing like it ever. Nobody fights like that. So I want to see exactly how are they going to incorporate a style like that in Undisputed. But that's the update. We're going to get Antonio Tarver. So I'm going to be rocking out with him just to test him out, especially when we're talking about the updates to the Southpaw. So we'll be able to use that on Tarver right out the gate. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Till next time, peace.